Let the best man win. Yes, sir, man. QB battles for 2026. We already got it going. Now, the one thing I'm surprised about, we don't see Georgia Tech on here. Come on now, it got to be a QB battle when you think about Alberto Mendoza, Graham Knowles, and obviously Grady Adamson. Why isn't Georgia Tech on this list? Unless they full-blown giving it to Alberto Mendoza. We going to see. But let's start with the first one. Austin Mack and Keelan Russell. We seen Austin Mack last year. He re-upped, didn't hit the portal, and decided to come back. He's seen a little bit of flash. He got to play a little bit, obviously, in that Rose Bowl game against Indiana. Him and Keelan Russell going to battle it out at Alabama. And they saying quiet as it kept, it's going to be a huge season for the Alabama Crimson Tide and the job of Kalen DeBoer. So let's go ahead and look at it. I like Keelan Russell when I look at this battle. 5-star prospect. I know he's young. I know he didn't play a lot last year, but he feels like he has the most ceiling out of these two. We'll see who emerges, but to me, if I'm an Alabama fan, I'm rooting for Keelan Russell with all the weapons that we have, the talent we have coming back. That's who I want to win. Now, let's look at Clemson. Clemson's going to look vastly different. No Cade Klubnik anymore. A new quarterback at the helm. New QB1 for Dabo Swinney. He's going to have to hit on this position. Christopher Vezina has been on the team for quite a while. He is the veteran on this team. Tate Reynolds is very young. Chris Denson, also kind of young. So who emerges as QB1 for, obviously, Clemson? My money low-key is on Tate Reynolds. I could be wrong. It might be Christopher Vezina, but I feel like Tate Reynolds is going to be that guy. Now, let's go down to Florida. Tramel Jones. Remember, he was QB2 last year under DJ Lagway. He's now getting an opportunity to win that starting role. Aaron Fallow comes over from Georgia Tech, came down to Florida to follow Buster Faulkner and like 4 or 5 other Georgia Tech players. Now, if you Aaron Fallow, another QB battle potentially, you want to try to win this job. It feels like he's going to be probably the favorite to win it, but you can never sleep on Tramel Jones and what he can bring to the table and what he can do. But Fallow has the experience. He's won big games. He knows what to do. Feels like that is Fallow's jobs to win. Now, next up, my guy, Jeremy Heglinski. I'm rooting for him, man. Coming out of high school, I think it was a 3-star prospect, man. Very underrated still. I know he was like Max Preps Gatorade Player of the Year from Georgia, but finally getting that opportunity. Played at Wake Forest. Ended up transferring to Iowa. Iowa had a whole bunch of QBs, so he didn't play a lot last year. But now he's going to get an opportunity, along with a Hayden Brown, to finally get a chance to show what he's capable of, what he can do, and all the things that he brings to the table. I'm pulling for my boy Jeremy because I think once Jeremy get that job, he ain't giving it up, and he's going to be the best quarterback, mark my words, that Iowa's had in quite a long time if he gets the starting role. Trust me, Jeremy is that dude. He is him. Next up, you got Anthony Calandria, TJ Latif, and obviously Daniel Kalen. Now, Daniel Kalen comes over from Virginia. He played a little bit last year after that concussion that was suffered, obviously, by the quarterback Chandler Morris of the Virginia Cavaliers. Young guy, but got obviously some good experience, some good playing time. Anthony Calandria comes over obviously from UNLV, has a whole bunch of experience. It feels like that's going to be the battle between those two. No disrespect to DJ Latif, who came over obviously from Nebraska, but I feel like, to me, this is Anthony Calandria's job to lose. I'm going with him in order to win this job, and then Daniel Kalen as a strong second to come out. Next up, Tennessee, a very important position. The second year in a row, they're going to have a QB battle. Now, it's a very talented group. I feel like Tennessee, you can't go wrong with any of these. Ryan Stalk comes over from Colorado. We've seen some flash, but he didn't perform well enough in those big situations. He ended up getting benched several times throughout the year. George McIntyre is a stud, outstanding guy from Tennessee. He's waited his turn. We know he threw in the offseason in the summer with obviously the boys, the Mike Matthews, the Braylon Staleys of the world. Feels like he should be in prime position. And then you have former 5-star prospect Faison Brandon, who's also going to be in this conversation as a true freshman. And if you're a true freshman, it doesn't get much better than either getting the job, the starting job, or competing for one. So for Faison Brandon, you have to feel good that you're in this conversation and you're going to compete in the spring and throughout probably the summer going into fall camp for that starting role. So if I'm Tennessee, I feel pretty good. You can't go wrong with the last two. Ryan Staub's a journeyman kind of. I would rather go put my money on the young thoroughbreds, the George McIntyres, or the Faison Brandon. And then last but not least, you got Bo Pribula versus, obviously, Eli Holstein. Both guys have over 10-plus games of experience, obviously playing in the SEC and then the ACC for Eli Holstein. Holstein was a starter for Pittsburgh, obviously, before he ended up having an injury. And then, obviously, Mason Heichel never let go of the starting role. And then we know about Bo Pribula. He was 6-2 with Missouri before he obviously went down with an injury. Had a pretty good season for them. Led them off to a really great start and then kind of tapered off a little bit. But for Virginia, this is one of the better quarterback rooms and quarterback battles you could probably have. It feels like Bo Pribula is going to win this job, but don't sleep on Eli Holstein. We know when he's healthy and whole, he's one of the top guys in that conference, in that ACC conference. So for Virginia, you're in a good spot. Can't get Chandler Morris back, but you got two thoroughbreds at the QB spot looking to secure QB1. So I can't wait, man. It's going to be a lot of fun to follow, man. Obviously, QB battles for 2026. Y'all know throughout the spring, I'm going to continue to cover all these teams. And like I said, my 5 teams I'm covering all year, it's going to be Tennessee, Texas. It's going to be my Miami Hurricanes, Georgia, and Georgia Tech. I'm going to throw in and sprinkle in, obviously, a couple big-time topics, national news and stuff I'll react to. But those are going to be the main ones I'm going to be covering. But comment down below, what QB battle are you most excited to see?